rules. Then she clarified who the men outside her shop were and explained their actions.
So, does this change anything?
Not as far as I'm concerned. She didn't ask for another meeting or anything. I'll tell her we accept the apology, and then we'll just focus on the tasks at hand.
Huh.
What's the huh about?
I'm not disagreeing with your decision. I just expected you'd try to talk to her again and smooth things over. Not to mention, this is the second time I've seen you react in a way that's totally unlike you.
Well, I don't normally hold grudges, and I'm certainly not holding any now, but I still don't think I can trust her with a branch. Your concern is appreciated, though. I was quite aware of how worried Carm was about my mental state. Any other mail?
Right here. Letter from Master Glycella of the Merchants Guild, and the usual stuff from Master Taylor of the Tamers Guild. And here's one with no sender. I think it was that adventurer kid, Beck, who brought it.
Must be from the slum leader, Liebel, then. Let's see. Oh, wonderful.
Looks like you've received some good news.
Yes. We've been discussing a few things, and it seems like they're all moving in the right direction. Do you remember the garbage plant and the slime product factory we discussed the other day? Building the plants, not to mention all the other facilities associated with the process, would require a lot of land, so we agreed that the best solution was to level a portion of the slums.
What about the people who live there?
A good question, one which the letter had an answer to. Seems like they looked into it and found out that most residences in the slums are flat, one-story buildings. It's basically a congregation of shacks. Many of them seemed on the brink of collapse as well. They were afflicted with everything from large cracks in the wall to rotten lumber that no amount of patching up could fix. So, if we could rebuild those shacks as two-story houses, that's double the people who can fit in the same amount of space. Makes things more three-dimensional.
I suppose that checks out.
It took me a week to build this shop using magic and slimes. I presented that example and had them survey the slums for anyone willing to have their residence converted into a two-story building. After they're built, the owner would take residence, of course, on whichever floor they chose. I then had them ask if they would be willing to rent out their empty floor to someone if their home was converted. The owners would get a remodeling and additional income from rental too. I wasn't totally on board at first, but the guildmaster said that it could be an option if these owners and renters were offered certain guarantees. I took the idea to Liebel, and he told me that the people in the slums were more receptive to the idea than I thought. Looking at the documents, I was surprised to see some enthusiastic volunteers. Comments like, "I don't have much to lose anyway," or "I can move whenever," or asking when we'd get started, that sort of thing. I would have to insist on airtight agreements between both parties. It wouldn't bode well for either side if I gave them the impression that I was illegally chasing people away from their land. Having already been mistaken for one of those scammers, I wasn't eager to relive the experience. So we would have the residents move out, then buy out the land from the owners, making space for the project through mutual agreement. Arnold, a big shot in the local government, had mentioned that he wanted to rezone the slums if possible. At this point, I was contemplating suggesting the building of a high-density residential area. I had already planned to build dorms for the factory and garbage plant anyway, and I could demolish a lot of buildings at once with my magic and slimes. Clearing rubble from there was easy enough, so I could hire people to expedite it. Was I already getting myself into zoning projects? I imagined the rows of slime-related factories standing in the former slums. Turning Skid Row into Slime Row. A sound idea, I dare say. Eventually, I finished explaining everything to Carm.
You lost me towards the end, but I'm glad to see things are going smoothly. As long as you're enjoying yourself.
While I still had some concerns and hurdles I would have to clear, I got a good first impression, which was encouraging.
Just don't burn yourself out. That's my only concern.